Okay. We got the rankings and the superlatives and some previews and shit. Um, cause why not? I got the Mark Sanchez jersey on. It's dirty. Yeah. Um, I don't want to wear Rams gear right now. I'm impartial, as the commissioner. Uh, music sponsor or advertisement right there. Uh, yeah, give that one a go. Sycamore Girl, that's a good one. That's a good. You want to give that one certainly a go at the very least. I was digging through some other shit. Found me a Max Poulin card. I know Hank appreciates that. I feel like maybe Jordan would. Maybe everyone. I think everyone really should. Number 6, revered. And right there, Maxime Fortunas. 2 Winnipeg legends. A little bit low key, but certainly the case. I was also digging through some shit back here. I found this, and I want to make fun of that guy right there. That's funny. Looks like he's 13. He actually might have been grade 9, but still, that's a funny picture. And that guy right there, repping the sports school. Besides Simone Alfaro, lovely. You actually love to see that. Yeah. Not gonna look for everyone, but those ones were good. And one other thing I found: the best Mike Thomas ever. Currently, there's a few. They all play receiver. This is the best one ever. 2009. So he's first out of the 3 at receiver. And yeah, I think that was. Oh, I also just wanted to flex Calvin Johnson rookie card. That's from like 8 years ago. So, who knows what we got. Okay. Let me stop talking here. Oh, also, you might be interested to know, these hats right here have 3 possible franchise locations on them. I was waiting for another win to announce the relocation, just to make sure the fans were kind of on the hook there, Had to wiggle some bait out there, so we got a nice win. It's on the screen. And I'm going to do that later also, if anyone's actually watching till then. Yeah, it was nice to get a win. Ryan is possibly intentionally doing this. I'm not really sure. But, 2 empty spots. Sammy Watkins was on the injured report. And probably lucky to get 12 out of Fournette, really. But, hey, you know what? If that's his strategy, then I actually don't mind it. I'm not sure if it's on purpose, though. Jose, big week. What do we got here? Yeah, 34 out of your kicker and D. That's pretty nice. Still a few injuries, too. And, not injuries, just, yeah, I guess Edelman kind of sucks now. Yeah, it's a good week. 0.1 from a guy on your own team. Sucks. I've been there. Not the best, so that's too bad. But, get a nice fantasy win at least. And he beat me in another league. So, not bad. Sam, resilient week. Never could have expected him to play Jeff Wilson. So I'm not going to rag on him for it. But what a fucking start that would have been. He still would have lost by a little bit, but would have been a big start. And Golden Tate, 1 catch for a touchdown. That's great efficiency. That's the old fucking, Austin Carr, but probably better people. That's the first one I thought of. It's a little anecdotal. Very interesting game. Jordan would not have won if he didn't pick up Gerald Everett there. Not only did he beat Hank with that move, but he blocked Ito from really even like competing last night. He still would have lost, but that was a pretty shrewd move. Get to 6-1. Might reflect on the rankings later, you know. Good start. Baker was a good start. You know, there's a lot of talk in the group chat, but that was a good play. You know, you got to give it to him. Yep. So Bailey's done this a few times now. He had like at least 160, I'm pretty sure, in another week. 172, pretty crazy. You know, Matt didn't have a terrible week. That Carson injury was tough, but you know, guy puts up 170. You're what are you gonna do, hey? Bad leaky defense. That's a bad defense. You're just letting everything through there, Matt. You gotta tighten that shit up. Also 172 with the guy getting 0, and like I guess Fant ended up with 5, but he had 1 for a lot of that game. I mean, 5 really ain't shit. You know, 4, 5.1. Yeah, I mean 170. Wow, what a guy. Also that like the envelope that he sent me the money in, right? That's what you like to see. Very on brand. That felt very Medellin booger sugar for sure. Definitely felt like the right move. So yeah, getting 42 points from your QB and then also winning that game that he got 42 is nice. Having Chase Edmonds after that Drake injury is there he is also pretty nice. Commend you on that. I like Tyler Boyd quite a bit. Been trying to trade for him. I won't keep that a secret, and I don't think it's gonna happen. So that's why I'm divulging. Ito got fucked there. That's tough. Not even as much long term, but just for this week. You know, he's got some other guys. Deontay especially flashing. That's nice. And then yeah, the Higbee thing was like I mentioned earlier. You know, it's tough. Yeah. So fucking what do we got here? Yeah, the worst start of the week. Worst start of the week is Sammy Watkins there from Ryan. He might have already been ruled out, but when Ryan picked him up there, I'm pretty sure he was. And you know, so he got 0 as you might expect, and the flex open, so he could have been in either spot. But I would say that's probably the worst start of the week, pretty easily. I had the flop of the week. There was quite a few. McKinnon could have been it, but I'm gonna go with CD Lamb. He did not have a catch after like having a lot of them, a lot of targets. So that was kind of surprising. And yeah, it didn't cost him at all. He won by 40, but a little bit surprising. Player of the week, Tyler Lockett, 45 points, and you know, propel Bailey to a nice win. Hard to argue with that. You got your receiver putting up 45. They combined for 69 there, Brown and Lockett, so that's pretty nice. The best benching of the week. I don't think he did this on purpose. Well, I mean, maybe he did. I don't know. But Jordan benched DK Metcalf, who was like top 3 in fantasy, I'm pretty sure. And worked great. He put up 3.3 points. Now, say Jordan started him over T. Higgins. You know, Jordan would have lost. I think even over Juju. Yeah, Jordan would have lost too if he did that. So, yeah, very interesting. And as I said earlier, the Everett, you know, play also propelled him. I talked about it. Ito got kind of shafted on Higbee and Beckham there. Definitely Higbee too. So that's the shaft of the week. Rookie report, rookie watch. I don't know what I want to call it, but look at these fucking quarterbacks. Those guys combined for as many points as his whole starting 10, which is actually like 7 really, put up fucking over 80 points. They both had almost 40. They both pretty much had 40. 39.7 to 40. I don't care. So they both had 40. You know, the rest of that bench is scant, you could say, but those QBs, man, wow. He's got something there. And the best start, it was really up to two guys. The best start of the week, I mean, Everett at 10.8. 10.8 is not amazing, but that got him the win when he had that empty all of Sunday. So, you know, it's a good play. You get to 6-1. And then the other was Baker Mayfield. You know, I mean, on paper, it wasn't like a crazy thing to do or anything, but after the start he had and, you know, some shit being talked, 33 is pretty good. Got him pretty close to a win. Got more than Breeze, so that's pretty much all it is. Week 8, got a divisional matchup here. McCaffrey might be back on Thursday. That'll be kind of a tough one to judge. I feel like he probably won't be, but who knows? So that's a nice divisional clash. 2-4 and 2-5 and I guess 4-3. I think. Interesting game. I hope some shit is talked back and forth. You know, Bailey's gonna be flying them flags for good reason. I would say. I think for good reason. And yeah, that'll be a good one. A few pretty good teams here. They've both had big weeks last week. They both put up over 150, so that's something to look at. See if they can repeat that. I think we're looking at the probably the biggest deficit that we're going to see next week, but who knows? You know, Ryan's lineup has been a little bit hit and miss lately. Doesn't have a lot of depth right now. Jordan is in first in the standings, and he's right up there in points. And he has a fucking logo, okay? Where's y'all's logos at? I ain't see shit. Jose and Sam and Ito got the fucking Fantrax helmet logo, too. So that's, like, there's, like, a bottom tier, little middle tier, you know, some thematic pictures. I mean, you know, Stains it makes sense. Bailey's is nice, it makes sense. But the logo, the custom-made logo, is like kind of gonna be up top for me. You know, eyes emoji for in a second. This is a great one. This is a fantastic one. These guys watch a lot of football together, so I'm sure they'll be in each other's presence for part of this here matchup. You know, Thursday, Sunday, or Monday. So that should be fun. Should be a nice high energy matchup. It could be pretty close to two of the better teams in the league. You know, Matt's receiver depth, I think, might be an issue, but you know, I guess we'll see. And yeah, I think that's a, you know, big divisional matchup too, kind of midway through the season. It's gonna start getting tight there. So, you know, one thing to note, Stan has, you know, a few of those Cardinals guys. They are on a bye, so a little bit stretched thin, I guess. And then pretty big matchup out in the West here. A couple of 2-5. You guys both 2-5, I think. With 2-5 guys here in the West Division. Yeah, I can't think of much on. I guess Ito's without Nuke, but I don't know about any other buys for either of these guys. But yeah, few big divisional games this week. 3 of them specifically, or no, 4 of them. Sorry. Wait, yeah, 4 divisional games. So we're getting into it. Week 8, gonna be a slog. Yeah. So that's that. I guess we'll do the rankings. I'm gonna type it out. I will type these out also. I will type these out. The criteria for these will not be made publicly available. That is confidential. I think maybe some people could guess towards it. I don't know. But yeah, anyways. And a lot of this doesn't have actually much to do with your team or your roster. It's just a whole bunch of shit, whole bunch of stuff. So number 1, I was kind of foreshadowing during that, is Jordan. Yeah, Jordan's number 1. Like I said, it's not all about the team, but he's 6-1. He's first in the standings. That doesn't hurt. He has a logo, as I alluded to. He started Nick Chubb when he was hurt and won, and I think it was intentional. He has like a very surgical way of talking shit. It's not often, but it happens. And he's very active. He's giving me some good ideas also. A lot of this is because of him. So, you know. Number 2, I did this earlier and I didn't revise it, so please don't be upset at this. It is what it is. Number 2 is Stain. He has been pretty good on the field. Pretty good on the field. I think he's been a good ambassador off the field. He hosted the draft. He's been pretty bought in from the start, and I think he's done some good stuff, some exemplary stuff. Bailey is 3rd in the rankings. He's starting to pick it up on the field. He had a tough start, but he's they're starting to rally over there in Colombia. And the envelope, it's been talked about. It's been discussed, but the envelope was something that probably slid him up a little bit. I think it was nice and thoughtful. Not only just sending the envelope addressed to me and in care of and that, but getting cash from Medellin is fun. I like that. I like it. That's fun. Number 4 is Hank. I really wanted to put him last just to ruffle a single set of feathers. I think everyone else would have been fine with that. But he's been pretty active. His texting in the full texting in of the picks on draft night had him like instantly probably in the top 2, I would say. He talks a lot of shit, but on draft night I encouraged talking shit. I said I liked it, I wanted it, and he's backed it up, even though he fucking pissed me off this week. It's something that you need in the league. I'm not in these rankings, by the way. It's a 9-team rankings. I am assumed to be first at all times. That is the large assumption here. Matt is number 5. He started out in first. I made that fairly publicly known, I think, at least to a few people. I think the first trade, picking up Clyde, is nice. I don't mind that. Traded some talent away, but then trading a draft pick so early was, maybe a little interesting. He's been good on the field. He infringed on Hank's territory, and it was like, it was okay. It is what it is. I'm not attempting to iron that out right now. I'm just gonna let it sit. But I am also trying to ruffle some feathers by putting him at 5, though. I'm not even gonna lie. Jose is 6th. He FaceTimed in from work, or from right after work. But he sat in for a lot of it. Oh man, maybe I should have dropped him lower. He dropped Brandon Ayuk. I drafted this man, Brandon Ayuk, and he fucking dropped him. But I have him, so I mean, I guess maybe it's not that bad. But he dropped Brandon Ayuk. He's been okay, on the field. He's had a few injuries. Dalvin Cook's been out. Whoever the fuck else has been out, I don't know. Somebody. He had a really good week this week with like a few of his better players out. So that's kind of scary, a little intimidating. I had I had Ito and Sam pretty much tied, but then I remembered that Sam brought the brisk and the snacks and all that to the draft. So that was the deciding factor. So he's at like what's that, 7? Couple of West Division foes, I don't really want to necessarily reflect too highly on them. Ito's been pretty active. You know, he's had some very tough weeks, some very shit weeks. Few early losses that, you know, if he had a different matchup, he would have won, you know, 130, 140 type deal. So he's kind of been shafted in that way. Sam got really lucky with one or two of those wins. Not really with like even a lack of talent, but he had an empty line, not an empty lineup, but he was missing a few spots in that throughout. And yeah, so Ito was 8, and then Ryan at 9. You know, it is what it is. He's been lacking on the lineups. I don't know if it's intentional and if it's like a long game plan, which I don't hate. I actually don't hate that. But yeah, lineup's been spotty. Like an empty bench. He has like 3 bench spots. I think he could use one of the IR spots, and he hasn't. You know, not too active in the group chat and that. So that's 9. I don't think it's a huge surprise. So yeah, that's the rankings. I'm going to type it out also because I'm sure that not all 9 of you will actually be watching this. It's been like 20 minutes, I think. Top 3. Wawa, Canada, Ontario, Canada. On the Arizona State hat. We have La Rinconada, Peru. On the North Carolina hat. And we have El Calafate. Fuck me. Jose is probably gonna roast my ass. I don't know. I don't even think he's been there. I don't think he's been there, first of all. So I might be wrong, but I do not think he has been there. So don't let him try to tell you guys otherwise. Anyways, Colorado State Rams. I bent my rules a bit with the Rams. I'm going to be going to La Rinconada, Peru for this season. I am going to be relocating every year. Taking my talents to the Andes Mountains. You guys don't have to relocate every year, but I will encourage such a thing. I have a map. I'm not going to turn my shit, but I have a map over there. I'm taking a picture of it. This is kind of stupid. So I have a map. I'm going to put some pins on it to represent where our teams are. I think it'll look kind of cool. I am like firmly stealing that from Newberger. Suck me. This right here. Now, this is a Mercator projection, okay? Nobody call me out. Please don't fucking call me out. But this is a Mercator projection. Oh, I forgot to show this earlier. Yeah, one sec. This was for Ryan not setting his lineup. Yeah. I think he summed it up pretty well. Yeah, so anyways, I'm in Peru. This is the world's highest permanent settlement in elevation. It's like 15,000 feet. It's only a few thousand people. It is a gold rush town, and gold's cool. So, yeah, those are some of the reasons. It's up in the mountains by Lake Titicaca in Peru, in the Andes Mountains. So, yeah, I did that. I think that was it. Stan sent a message a few minutes ago. Yeah, I think that looks like it. Let's just see, just reconvene here. So I am first on the wire, number 1 on the wire. I'm going to get whoever I want. Jermichael Hasty. Probably, I think, maybe. See who else is there. Sterling Shepard. I don't know. I'm going to see. Hopefully I get to piss Matt off. So yeah, and then we'll just do that. There's Matt, looking pretty good. 3 losses though. You need better defense. And yeah, like I said, Ito, very tough losses. Top 3 teams in points against are in the West Division, or sorry, the Hot Guys Division. 3 hot guys right there. Especially Sam, for sure. Definitely Sam too. So yeah, I think that's about it. Whoa, the pop. Hey, hey. You already know. Why do I keep doing that? Okay. Whoa. Was I that close before? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah. I wore my Mark Sanchez jersey, but I have a Plaxico Burress jersey. Also, just cause it's a great jersey. Um. So yeah, I'm gonna send this and then peace, bitch.